Hello, friends. Today's story is The Pigeon Has to Go to School. Come on, words and pictures by Mo Williams. Let's get started, friends. The pigeon has to go to school. Too late, rats. Why do I have to go to school? I already know everything. Go on, ask me a question, any question. Well, I know almost everything. Does school start in the morning? Because you know what I'm like in the morning, and it's not pretty. I wish I was a little chick again, a little itty bitty not going to school baby weeby pigeon. What if I don't like school? What if I really don't like it? What if I really, really, really don't like it? What if? What if the teacher doesn't like pigeons? And the stuff? What about all the stuff? There is so much stuff to learn. What if I learn too much? My head might pop off. I'm scared. What will happen at school? What if there is math? Why does the alphabet have so many letters? Reading can be hard with one big eye. What about lunch? What will the other birds think of me? What's up with those heavy backpacks? I'm a fragile bird. Will finger paint stick to my feathers? The unknown stresses me out, dude. There should be a place to practice those things with experts to help you and books and classrooms and other birds to work and play with, maybe a playground. Oh, that is school? Well, how am I supposed to get there anyway? Wow, what? Step aside, coming through. The pigeon has to go to school. The end. What an awesome, awesome, awesome story. But until next time, friends, don't forget to like and subscribe. Happy reading, friends. Hello, friends. Today's story is Llama Llama Back to School and Anna Dudney Buck. Let's get started, friends. Whoa! Is that a beach ball? Sunglasses? A pail? Oh, is that a truck? Llama Llama back to school. Summer's here with all its fun. Llama hopes it's never done. Fishing, hiking, slip and slide, backyard camping, picnic time. Farmer's market for a yummy fruit. Town square band plays drum and flute. Mini golf, bike and boat, fireflies, castles and moats. Breakfast late, lazy days, all week long for our play. Backyard picnic, family, friends, but fall is on its way again. Mama Llama points to the date. School starts soon and it won't wait. Summer's coming to a close. Time to shop for new school clothes. Hot, hot sun, long car rides. Do I have to go inside? Swallowed by pants, squeezed into shoes. This is the last thing Llama wants to do. Water bottle, new lunchbox, backpack, sweater, shirt, and socks? Mama spots another store. Llama reels, my hooves are sore. Back at home, pants too long, Mama hymns and hums a song. Hum, 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 hum. Make the lunch and healthy snacks. Lay out clothes and new backpack. Tuck and kiss, thought so swirly. Morning comes so bright and early. Goodbye to Mama. Now school begins. Hello, teacher. Hello, friends. Crayons, paper, be on time. Don't push or shove. Stand in line. Do not shout. Raise your hand. Welcome all. Now here's the plan. Lunch in cubbies, coats on hook. Clay and paint, music, books. Look, over there, a new someone. He's not happy, not having fun. Come with us. Don't be scared. Here, take mine. We can share. Choose some colors. Get supplies. Sit next to me. Dry your eyes. Yes, like this. Hold and glue. Way to go. It takes two. Now we've all learned something new. Llama friends and teacher too. Llama, llama, back to school. The end. What an awesome story, you guys. Hey, if you like that story, don't forget to like and subscribe. Happy reading, friends. Hello, friends. Today's story is Splat and the Cool School Trip, written by Rob Scotton, and this is a #1 New York Times best-selling author. Let's get started, friends. Whoop! What's that? Is that a mouse? I see you, mouse. Hi. It's Penguin Day, cried Splat as he woke from his favorite dream. Splat's class was going to the zoo, and Splat was too excited to sleep. Oh, hi, Splat. I can't wait to see the penguins, said Splat. They have big round eyes and walk with a waddle. They're the best, he added. Seymour nodded. Splat got ready for school. Did you know penguins love to swim? Asked Splat. Seymour nodded. Yes. Then Splat remembered something Miss Wimpy Dimple said. You can't come because mice scare the elephant, said Splat. I'm sorry, Seymour. So Splat went to school, leaving a disappointed Seymour behind. But Seymour wanted to go to the zoo, and he had a plan. Flying for dummies. At cat school, after Splat and his class boarded the bus, Miss Wimpy Dimple asked a question. Which animal is your favorite? The giraffe, said Plank. He's really tall. The monkey, said Kitten. He's so cute. The elephant, said Spike. He's so strong. Penguins, cried Splat. I can't wait to see the penguins. Penguins are cool. The bus rattled along. And soon arrived at the zoo. Let's go and see the penguins first, cried Splat. Later, Splat, Miss Wimpy Dimple sighed. I can't wait, said Splat. Look, a giraffe, said Plank. He can reach the high branches. Look, a monkey, cried Kitten. She's so furry. Look, an elephant, said Spike. He's so strong. They're cool, sighed Splat, but they're not penguins. Splat looked up and pointed at something in the sky. It's a bird, he asked. No, cried the cats. Is it a plane, he asked. Well, sort of, cried the cats. It's Seymour. Seymour waved, but then lost his balance and crashed into the elephant. Uh-oh, said Splat. Uh-oh. Seymour stared at the elephant. The elephant stared at Seymour. And then, mouse, cried the elephant. Uh-oh, said Splat. The elephant was so frightened he trembled, ran away, and jumped over a wall. I guess Miss Wimpledimple was right, said Splat. Elephants are afraid of mice. The class continued around the zoo until they finally arrived at the hurrah! Cheered Splat. But Splat's hurrah didn't last long. A sign on the wall read, due to an elephant breaking the pool, the penguins cannot come out today. Sorry. What? No penguin, said Splat. No penguin, said Miss Wimpy Dimple. Everybody back to the bus. Splat was so disappointed. I think he's sad. Seymour was dismayed. It was his fault that Splat couldn't see the penguins. So he thought about how he could make things right. He peeked into the penguin house. Without any water to swim in, all the penguins were huddled inside. Seymour had an idea. He said, follow me. And they did. The bus rattled back to cat school. Splat wandered home, played with his dinner, and then went to bed. Splash couldn't sleep. He heard splashing noise coming from the bathroom. It got louder. He decided to investigate. Where's that noise coming from? Something was moving behind the shower curtain. He gulped. Splat pulled the shower curtain open, and to his amazement, penguins, he cried. Whoa, look at all the penguins, guys. So many penguins. It's Penguin Day after all. Yip, yip, hooray. The end. What an awesome story, you guys. Hey, friends, if you like that story, don't forget to like and subscribe. Happy reading, friends. Hello, friends. Today's story is Pete the Cat Rockin' Field Day. And this is a beginning #1 reading. I can read. Let's get started, friends. Oh, yeah, and this story was written by Kimberly and James Dean. Let's get started, friends. Pete the Cat Rockin' Field Day. Hi, Pete. Pete the Cat is excited. Today is the town's annual field day. Pete can't wait. Last year, his team came in 3rd place. He wants to win 1st place this year. Is Pete throwing a football? Yes. Oh, is Pete running? Yes. Is Pete doing a sack race? Yes. Pete puts on his groovy shirt. He puts on a cool headband. Pete ties his red shoes. He is ready to go. Pete goes to the park. Callie, Grumpy Toad, and Gus are waiting for him. The four of them are on a team. Pete sees his competition. If he wants a medal, he will have to beat Alligator, Squirrel, Turtle, and Marty. Wise old Al welcomes the teams. It is time for field day to start. First up is a baton relay. The teams take their places. Ready, set, groove. Pete runs to Callie. Callie grabs the baton and runs to Gus. Alligator runs to Marty. Marty passes his baton to Squirrel. Squirrel is very, very fast. She gives her baton to Turtle. Turtle crosses the finish line ahead of Grumpy Toad. Turtle wins! Finish line. Pete is frustrated. He wants to win first prize, but his team was not fast enough. Pete will have to try harder. The three-legged race is next. Pete knows he can win this time. He and Gus are on a team. Ready, set, groove! Pete and Gus start to run. Suddenly, they fall down. Gus tripped on his shoelace. Marty and Squirrel work together. They don't fall down. They cross the finish line. Pete starts to feel disappointed. He keeps losing. Next is the water balloon toss. Pete can't give up. He has to do better this time. Pete throws his balloon to Callie. She catches it and tosses it back. Down the line, a balloon breaks. The team steps back and throw again. More balloons fall and break. Soon, only two teams are left. Alligator throws his balloon. It hits Pete and pops. Pete is wet but happy. He and Callie win. Yippee! Pete thinks about what games are left to play. If he wins everything, he can still get a medal. Right now, it's time for tug of war. Pete knows his team is strong. He's sure they can win. Marty's team pulls the rope. Pete's team pulls the rope harder. Alligator tumbles over the line. Pete's team wins. Next is the obstacle course. Pete lines up. He knows he can win. Ready, set, groove. Pete runs through tires. He climbs up a wall. He belly crawls through a tunnel. Ahead of him, Pete sees the finish line. He runs as fast as he can. Pete crosses the finish line. Now Pete is happy. If he wins the last game, he will get first prize. The last game is carry the egg. Pete holds an egg on a spoon. He runs as fast as he can. Pete's egg wobbles and falls. Suddenly, he is covered in yolk. Uh-oh. Pete joins his friends on the medal stand. Pete's team and Marty's team tied for first place. Pete is happy. He didn't get to win alone, but sharing with friends isn't so bad. Pete looks at his groovy medal. What a rockin' day. The end. What an awesome, awesome, awesome story. Hey guys, and if you like that story, don't forget to like and subscribe. Happy reading, friends.